Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'll be doing first impression review of a new foundation from actually a new brand called FauXXdation Revolution, and this brand is actually created by Revolution Beauty. I know they have released two foundations, and the foundation I'm gonna be testing today is called Glow Skin Luminous Foundation. The shade I've got here is 3.5, which is fair to light skin, and it's got a neutral undertone. The foundation costs £15 and you get 27 milliliters of the product, which is a little bit less to what you usually get. Usually we get about 30 ml. There's also 55 shades of this foundation. The actual packaging looks rather nice, I must say. It is a glass bottle. At the top it's like this pinkish green shade that keeps kind of changing depending on the light, and you of course get a pump, which yeah, I do like the outer packaging. Looks really nice. I'll read you a few things about this foundation. So it should be lightweight, it should be buildable, skin true foundation, and it's got medium to full coverage. It also is infused with hyaluronic acid to hydrate the skin. As a primer, as always, I'll be using my Marc Jacobs coconut primer. Okay, so just put a couple of pumps on the back of my hand. The formula seems to be on the thicker side, and there is a slight scent. If you already own this foundation, this has exactly the same scent as the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. I'm not really too keen on scents in my foundations, mainly because I have a quite sensitive skin. But let's see what we've got. You probably can't see it in the camera very well, but in real life this looks more pink than neutral. But we will work with it. Let's see. Okay, the coverage is definitely there, and as you can see, it looks very glowy. The foundation also blends very easily. There's no problem with blending it. Okay, as far as the very first application goes, it looks quite lovely. So this guy actually looks exactly the same and smells exactly the same, feels the same as this foundation. But again, this is just a very first 10-minute application. I do feel like this is giving me pretty much straight full coverage. It hasn't even gone to medium, it's gone straight to full coverage. It is very glowy. When it comes to saying this is a lightweight foundation, I don't think this is a lightweight foundation. You can definitely tell it's on your skin, like you are wearing something on your skin. But let me just bring you in closer so you can see. Okay, I don't feel like I need to build it, but I will do maybe a little bit just on my cheeks to see how it actually blends on top. But I do have a feeling that will be no problem. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's no problem with building up a little bit more. It blends really well on top of the first layer. Now it is 11:30 and I will check with you in about 4 hours. Right guys, it is now 3:30, so the foundation has been on for 4 hours, and 4 hours later I must say that it has not oxidized. So I still think it's too pink for it to be neutral shade, but it hasn't gone any darker. The color is as it was when I applied it 4 hours ago. One thing I forgot to mention when I've applied the foundation is that it is quite tacky, so there is transfer. The second thing is it has settled into my lines around here and a little bit into my forehead lines as well. The coverage is still there. It still looks as glowy as when I've applied it the first time. Another issue I've got with it, apart it just settling into my lines, in my mouth lines and my forehead lines, is that it started to separate around on my jaw and around my mouth area. Now, sometimes this can happen if you put too much of a product and the product starts to separate, and it could be that you haven't blended it properly. That could have been the case because I've applied 2 pumps straight into my face and I went and built a little bit of a product on top of that. So that could be a cause. I am going to be testing this foundation for next few days anyway to see whether I have any allergic reaction to it, whether it breaks my skin out. So I will be using less product next time around, and I will update you in a comment, in the description down below, and I'll tell you whether the foundation has broken me out, whether the separation of the product still continues when I apply less product. I know I said it already at the beginning of this video, but I cannot get over how similar this is to this guy here. I am still testing this product as well because I just wanted to do a full review on it, and not like a first impression, but a full proper review. But now I'm tempted just to do, like, while I review this foundation, whether to do half of the foundation, half face with this foundation and half with this in this review. But I don't know, that could be something possible. Like this, as I said, the smell is even similar. It's just yeah, I'm kind of now interested to see whether any other products from this brand are similar to Charlotte Tilbury brand, but we shall see. I'll see. I don't know. So after, as far as the first 4 hours go, as I said, the foundation looks nice. Actually like the way it looks apart just this bit around here, but as I said, this can be just an issue of me applying too much and not blending it well enough. But let me just come up close and you can see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna wear this foundation for another 4 hours so you can see how it looks after full 8 hours of wear, and I'll give you my final-ish thoughts then. Right, so it is now 7:30 and the foundation has been on full 8 hours. Unfortunately, it looks worse right now than it did 4 hours ago. That area around my jaw and my mouth just separated, and it separated quite badly actually. And talking about this foundation, that it's a lightweight, it's definitely not a lightweight foundation. You can definitely feel it on your skin. So what I will do, as I've mentioned to you before, I will wear this foundation for the next few days. I will wear less of the foundation, and we will see whether that will make a little bit of difference to it. In terms of the coverage elsewhere, that actually looks okay. It still looks quite glowy everywhere else, as you can see. Yeah, it's just a shame that it has separated so badly. If you have oily skin, stay away from this 100%. I have dry skin, and I've noticed that my area around my nose is more shiny than the rest of my face. So yeah, if you have an oily skin, please do stay away from this foundation. So kind of just to summarize, as far as the first impression goes, I think this foundation is okay. I do like the coverage. I do like how it blends. I do like how it looked first time. When I applied it, looks very radiant. I mean, still does. So that pretty much is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this first impression. Just to let you know, if you like first impressions and reviews of my channel, I will soon be doing a first impression of this new L'Oreal foundation. Anyway, take care guys, and I will see you in my next video.